say a good teacher, teachers who are involved. So teachers who not only just the ones that sometimes just sit at their desks, but a teacher who's actually circulating the classroom, who's doing hands-on activities, who's kind of there for the students if they have a question. Teachers who are also involved outside of the classroom. So whether that be maybe going to a sports game, going to a soccer game that a student had asked them to come to, or maybe just showing up unannounced and being there for the students, as well as just talking to parents that are around you in those outside activities. And just being, I guess, a positive role model for parents around you as well as students around you. So cheering for the opposing team as well, not just your own student or your own school's team. I get it. We have, we definitely want to beat the other team, but still being that positive person to not be like, oh, darn it, why did that other team do that? That's so mean, and not talking negatively. Another thing, definitely, like I was saying earlier, definitely being involved with parents. So when you get an email, maybe at 7 o'clock at night, maybe responding positively, or even just responding definitely in the morning. So at Thales, where I work, having a 24-hour response time is what we try and do. But typically for myself, I think being that good teacher is even responding like maybe a few minutes after they've emailed. But also to be that good teacher, you need to have that positive in that email as well. So maybe the parents are really, really frustrated with you and saying, why didn't my kid make an A in your class this quarter? Well, here's maybe my information on why. Here's some kind of support as to why they aren't doing the best in class. Here's the things that they've missed, but then giving a positive as well. And even I try and honestly put my positive before my negative. So-and-so has done really good this quarter at being respectful. Something to work on was maybe staying on task a few times in class when we were doing teamwork activities. It seemed that they just didn't collaborate too well with the group at times, and then kind of giving an example why. So definitely being there for parents as well as students just in the harder times and the hardships that they have, but also being a good teacher is not only being with your students and helping your parents, but also being with your teachers. So collaborating. So I'm in the science department, so having science department meetings and maybe asking questions. So we have an amazing science head. Her name is Esther. She's just awesome. And some days I'm frustrated on kind of like the workload. I don't know maybe how I can teach my 7th graders some topic. And I'll walk over to her and be like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need help. And she'll give me amazing resources. She's like, well, look at this and see if this helps you. And then maybe send something over to me and I'll look over your lesson plan and help you out. And it's also the same way to other teachers. I'm the same way. I'm like, if you need help, come over and ask me. Just being that teacher, I guess, that's there, and being that teacher that also has that positives, not talking negatively about others, not having, gossip that, well, I'm going to talk about this other teacher because they're all talking about her. And even with parents, when parents kind of come at you and go, Miss So-and-so is a terrible teacher. She did this to my son. Well, I wasn't there. So I can't really give you both sides of the story. So maybe you should talk to her about it. Or maybe if it's really that bad, maybe you should talk to admin. I'm not the one who should maybe be the one to talk about this other teacher. So trying to put positives as well when teachers are talking negative or parents or students are talking negative, putting a positive about that teacher. Well, did you know that she did this? Or did you know she also has kids at home that she's taking care of? So maybe she was just stressed out that day and maybe needs a little bit more support from you all. So definitely being positive. I think that's the biggest thing, and just being available for students, whether it be that you see a student sitting in class that's stressed out or frustrated about something and is starting to cry, going over and talking to them one-on-one, taking them outside so that other students don't see anything, and just saying, hey, what's going on? Can I help you? Maybe you want to go call mom? Do you want to go downstairs and just take a break? What's going on? So really just being there for the students, having fun in class, not always just giving PowerPoints, having hands-on activities, everything like that. I mean, I guess there's a ton more that you could be a good teacher, but definitely not just sitting and teaching, being available, walking around the classroom, being positive, everything like that is definitely what counts.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you 100%.